Welcome back here to Utah Valley University. Robert Lovell with you alongside Corey Sorensen. And now let's go to the starting lineups. For Emery and Morgan, we'll start with the visiting 12th seeded Emery Spartans. Here is Corey Sorensen.
Starting, hitting first for the Emery Spartans, the right fielder number 12, Ben Stiltson. Hitting second, the shortstop number 24, Trig Jensen. Hitting third, the pitcher number 8, Hayden Abrams. In the cleanup spot, hitting fourth, the third baseman number 18, Tice Larson. Hitting fifth, the second baseman number 1, Hayden Christiansen. Hitting seventh, the first baseman number 17, Trevin Gilbert. Hitting eighth, the catcher number 20. Excuse me, I've got that off. But the catcher number 20, Bronx Olson. Hitting eighth right here is number 7, Garrett Conover. And hitting ninth, the left fielder number 22, Peyton Nilsson.
And the starters now for the home team, Morgan Trojans, as Bo Stiltson gets ready to step in the box. First off, leading it off for Morgan will be the center fielder, number 3, Kenyon Leonelli. There's the first pitch to Stiltson. It's going to miss low and away for ball 1. Hitting in the 2-hole, the left fielder, number 22, Lincoln Gilson. Batting third, the right fielder, number 10, Beck Sheffield. The cleanup hitter is the catcher, number 19, Luke Bowerly. And hitting fifth is the first baseman, number 7, Easton Venz. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 8, Tyson Talbot. The number 7 hitter is the shortstop, number 4, Owen Gilson. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 17, Cooper Stewart. And running up the batting order is the pitcher, number 1, Cam Talbot. As ball is lifted in the air to the right side, and play is made by Tyson Talbot for out number 1 as Bo Stiltson pops up to the second baseman for the first out of the inning. So, top of the order here for Emery after Stiltson will be Trig Jensen and Aiden Abrams. If Emery gets the fourth batter, the cleanup hitter is Tice Larson. Again, Cam Talbot on the mound for the Trojans. Ground ball hit right to the first baseman, and Venz makes the play for out number 2. What is that, 4 pitches,
That's
2 outs?
4 pitches and 2 outs, yeah. Stiltson had a 2-0 count, and then on that hitter's count, hit a pop fly to second base, yeah, and then 1 pitch right there. 4 pitches, 2 outs for the Trojans.
So it brings Hayden Abrams to the plate now for Emery. First pitch. It's going to miss inside, low and in for ball 1, and a 1-0 count. Working out of the windup is Talbot. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on. Fly ball into right center field is going to get down for a base hit. It'll be cut off by Beck Sheffield as Abrams rounds first and holds there with a 2-out single.
I like how Abrams hit that ball out into right field. And man, he took off to first base and rounded that thing like he was going to take second. He wasn't taking first only, but real good aggressive running right out of the box there.
So it'll bring the cleanup hitter Tice Larson to the plate now for Emery. Well, we've talked about it. Every game there's been early runs, and the team that's taken that early lead has been able to win the game so far here today. Throw over to first, not in time. Came out of the glove of Venz, but it stayed right there by the base.
Yeah, you're right. And I bet every team's been paying attention to that. Like we want to get aggressive early. And
throw to first again. No tag even applied this time by Venz as Abrams dives back safely.
Obviously, Morgan thinks that the Trojans are going to try to take a base here on him.
First pitch is way outside for ball 1.
Abrams is barely getting off the bag, and Talbot's thrown over there. And just making sure he stays close.
Larson stands back into the right side. Talbot comes set from the stretch. 1-0 curveball misses up for ball 2. 2-0 hitters count now for Tice Larson.
It's interesting right here how Easton Venz, how he's holding the runner on. He's got his back to the runner, and he's going to swipe back to the bag.
Yeah. Which, if you're a left-handed first baseman, that's how you sit, right? You don't look as awkward. Another throw over was not in time as, again, Talbot comes set. 2-0 pitch, swung on and fouled back to the screen for strike 1 to Tice Larson. Larson will take the sign down the line from Coach Chase Julian. Got to visit with Coach Julian as we did those Manti-Emery Super Regional games. Liked his approach to the game, and feels like his team's ready to come into this one. Next pitch misses out for ball 3. 3-1 hitters count now for Tice Larson. So look at Talbot coming into this one. 2.76 ERA in 38 innings for the senior. Throw to first, not in time. He's not a strikeout guy. 36 strikeouts, less than one strikeout an inning. But obviously very effective coming at him with that 2.76 ERA. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Larson. Swing and a miss, strike two and a full count. Coach Stewart did say, I asked him what he needs to see out of Talbot, and he said, he's got to fill up the zone. We can't give him a free 90.
Yeah.
He's got to fill the zone up and get him to put it in play.
That's so important, too. Giving base on balls just kills you.
Fouled back to the screen on that one from Larson, as with the full count, 2 outs. Abrams did take off on the pitch. Talbot 7-1 in 9 games that he's appeared in this season. So when he's on the mound, they get the win. Abrams takes off again as Larson fouls it off again.
Yeah, right here you've got full count. So Abrams is going to take off, and something gets down. He's hoping to get all the way to third on a ground ball through or a ball out into the outfield anywhere.
Count remains full. Once again, here's the payoff pitch to Larson. He tried to get time called, didn't get it awarded. Now just put the hand on the bat, swings away, and pops it to the right side. Out number 3 as Tyson Talbot makes the play on the pop up to the second baseman for the 3rd out of the inning. As Emery gets a hit, but they do not score. No runs on 1 hit and no errors committed by Morgan, and 1 runner left on base through 1/2 inning of play. It is Emery 0, Morgan 0 on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Marijuana has a lot of names, and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
This is more than just a job. It's a culture, and it's how we do things here. Since 1932, our values of teamwork, accountability, and quality have driven us. There's nothing more precious than a human life, and we all honor that responsibility. We are standing ready for when you need us, to serve you with our hearts, our minds, and our experience, and most of all, human connections.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Welcome back here to Utah Valley University as UCCU Ballpark as we get ready for the bottom of the first inning in a no-score ball game between Morgan and Emery. Morgan Trojans will bring to the plate the top of the order. Canyon Leonelli, Lincoln Gilson, and Beck Sheffield. If they get to the 4th batter, the cleanup hitter is Luke Bowerly. And on the mound once again for the Emery Spartans is Hayden Abrams. And as you mentioned, Corey, we got to see Abrams on Thursday against Manti, and he was lights out.
Yeah, I pitched a very good game in Manti. And you know, he's already got a hit in the game, and I bet he's going to come out pretty spry right here, ready to throw.
Kenyon Leonelli stands in on the right side, the leadoff hitter for the Trojans. First pitch from Abrams. Leonelli was going to square to bunt. Ball missed in the dirt outside, though, for ball 1, but that does let the Emery defense know that he was squaring around. The 1-0 pitch, swung on, chopper to the right side, off the mound, they couldn't quite get to it, and safe at first with an infield single. Abrams might have just barely got the string of leather off his glove that touched that ball and slowed it down enough that neither he nor Gilbert had a chance to make a play.
Yeah, that was a tough one. It's kind of out in no man's land between those two, and they were going to have to gather that up, and one of them beat Leonelli back to the bag, and they couldn't do it.
Brings Lincoln Gilson to the plate. First pitch just misses up for ball one. One heck of a football career for Lincoln Gilson out of Morgan.
It's a good football program up there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. 1-0 count here. That one's going to miss low for ball two, and a 2-0 hitters count now for Gilson. Coach Julian talked about this, the top of the Morgan order especially, how good this top is and how crucial it is not to give them free bases and opportunities to drive runs in. You saw, you hate infield singles, even though they're going to be true hits, that you feel like you should find a way to get those outs. As Gilson watches ball three, now a 3-0 count.
We didn't see Abrams in Manti get behind very often, but we did see this when he missed. There's a couple times he missed badly.
Yeah. Not much of a lead at first for Leonelli. 3-0 pitch. That's in there for a called strike one as Gilson was 15 feet down the line. He'll come back.
Yeah, you couldn't sell that one. That was a really good pitch right down the middle part of the zone. Definitely a strike.
So 3 balls, 1 strike. Quick throw over to first. We saw Talbot throw over about 5 times in the top half of the inning. Now we've seen Abrams throw over, 3 times?
That's the third one, yep.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. Top of the zone for a called strike 2 and a full count now to Lincoln Gilson.
Yeah, so after going down 3-0, now Abrams has worked back to a full count.
Runner on first, no outs. The payoff pitch. Swung on, chopped foul to the left side. Gilson battles. Gilson's hitting .417 on the year. 26 runs scored, 17 RBIs. And again, here's the payoff pitch from Abrams. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Throw down to second is in time. The strike him out, throw him out, double play, clears the bases. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the first.
I'm not sure what Leonelli was doing right there. He took off and then he stopped, looked back, and then he's like, I got to go. He was halfway there. So
yeah, even Olsen behind the plate.
Yeah, he
delayed the throw.
Yeah.
So it'll bring Beck Sheffield to the plate. First pitch misses low for ball 1. Yeah, that was an interesting sequence there, but it works in Emery's favor with the double play to clear the bases.
Yeah, great throw there, though, by Olsen. Got it right on the bag.
1-0 pitch. Top of the zone for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And as a pitcher, there's not much better than a strike him out, throw him out, double play.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Strike 2 on the outside edge for a 1-2 count.
And let's be honest, you don't see a lot of those in high school baseball.
No. Here's the 1-2 delivery now from Abrams. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Sheffield will go down swinging for the third out of the inning, second strikeout of the game for Hayden Abrams as he sits him down in order. 1, 2, 3 they go. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and no runners left on base through 1 inning of play. Emery 0, Morgan 0. The 3A Baseball State Tournament on Centricom at TeamHive.live and KSL Sports.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
To the top of the second inning we go here in Orem as we have no score between Emery and Morgan. First game of the day that we haven't had a run come across in the first inning.
Yeah, we had him threatened, but nobody got a run across the plate.
Emery brings the 5, 6, and 7 batters to the plate this inning. Hayden Christiansen, followed by Trevin Gilbert, then Bronx Olson. If they get to the 4th batter, that will be Garrett Conover. Cam Talbot on the mound for Morgan has an 0-1 count. Next pitch to Christiansen. Misses away for ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Christiansen had a huge game 1 against Manti, and he was a menace on the bases.
He's so fast. It was amazing to watch out on the bases.
Ball 2 misses up. Didn't have the same impact on game 2, but certainly what he did in game 1 carried over into game 2 as far as in the minds of the Manti Templars. Ball 3 misses up for a 3-1 hitter's count now for Christiansen. He's not tall to begin with, but he crouches low in his stance too, so it makes that strike zone pretty small. 3-1 in the dirt outside. It gets back to the backstop. Christiansen takes off. He's going to round first, but being told to hold there as he leads the inning off with a base on balls.
Yeah, he ran out of that box so hard, and you love that as a coach to see your kid do that.
So it brings Trevin Gilbert to the plate now for Emery.
I'm going to say within the first 2 pitches, Christiansen's going.
He's got about a 2.5, almost 3-step lead over at first base. First pitch from Talbot. Top of the zone, strike 1 to Gilbert.
Well, last week in that game, he never took a huge lead ever.
No.
And he just gets a really good jump. He reads the pitcher so well.
Gilbert back in on the right side. Turn and throw to first. Not in time. Nearly bobbled and lost by Venz, but able to corral it. And now Christiansen's seen the move to home and to first. He gets a little bigger lead this time. 0-1 pitch is swung on. Fly ball down the right field line. Will go fouling out of play for strike 2 and an 0-2 count now to Gilbert.
He made me look foolish. He didn't go in the first 2 pitches. But we have seen all the teams. They've been aggressive today in these first, especially in the
early innings
of the game.
The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Misses in the dirt outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Gilbert will stand back in on the right side. Christiansen has had 15 stolen bases on the season. Swinging a miss. Strike 3, though, to Trevin Gilbert for the first out of the inning and first strikeout of the game for Cam Talbot.
Good pitch right there by Talbot. Just kept that high in the zone. One that Gilbert just couldn't lay off of.
So with 1 out and 1 on, Bronx Olson stands on the right side. Just threw a runner out a minute ago. First pitch he sees. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Julian does try to move Christiansen into scoring position now with 1 out and a strike on Olson.
Giving signs the old-fashioned way over there.
Yeah, throw to first is not in time. A little bigger lead for Christiansen. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, misses up for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So he gives the sign, the traditional sign. Then he uses kind of some numbers with his hands. He flashes.
He does 3 numbers. He's flashing 3 numbers after he gives the sign. So, but the batter's never seeing those.
Yeah. 1-1 pitch. Gonna miss low for ball 2. Low and away. 2-1 count.
Didn't give the numbers that time.
Christiansen extends his lead a little bit more. 2-1 pitch, misses way outside for ball 3, and a 3-1 hitter's count now for Bronx Olson. Talbot comes set. Christiansen doing a little dancing. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2 and a full count.
See if Christiansen gets moving here on the full count. obviously there's only one out. So.
Yep.
And you don't want to see a strike him out, throw him out situation if you're Emery either.
Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled to the right side. Out of play as Olsen battles. Garrett Conover stands on deck for the Spartans. Talbot again sets the 3-2. Thought about it, held off, and watches ball 4 go by high, does Bronx Olsen. So he'll draw the 1 out base on balls, and that puts 2 on for Emery with 1 out, and Garrett Conover coming to the plate.
Yeah, and what Coach Stewart had talked to you about, you don't want to give free bases up, and right now Talbot's he's walked 2 of the first 3 batters in this second inning.
They will bring the speed up runner into the game for Emery. That'll be Jace Franson. Got Jace Franson for Emery, Cade Franson for Union. Garrett Conover, though, at the plate. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Pretty big hack there from Conover.
Yeah, good swing. It's a good pitch, just swung over the top of it.
And whatever sign he got from Coach Julian, he wants to talk about it as he calls time and goes visit with him down the third baseline. You know, looking at this roster here for the UVU Wolverines baseball team, got some smaller classification kids on it. Waylon Crane from Delta on that roster, and then Derek Houston from Kanab on that roster as well.
Good, both really good players for their squads in high school, obviously.
Yeah. The 0-1 pitch. In there for a called strike 2. No balls. 2 strikes now to Conover. He didn't look like he had any intention of swinging on that pitch.
No, none at all.
So an 0-2 count. 1 out, 2 on here for Emery in the top of the second. No score. 0-2 pitch. Drops off low for ball 1. Conover's whole body moved with that pitch as he was wheeling it low.
Yeah. Breaking ball that just stayed too much down.
1-2. Swung on. High fly ball into left center field. Moving over is Leonelli. And he'll make the catch. Christiansen was tagging, but got the stop sign immediately. And so it'll be an F8 for Conover, flat to center field for the second out of the inning. And with 2 on and 2 outs, Peyton Nilsson comes to the plate.
Yeah, tough one to tag on right there. You've got the center fielder, Leonelli. He's actually making that play going towards left. It's taking him to third base, able to make a good hard throw to third base and keep Chris Jansen at second.
Nielsen stands in on the right side. 2 outs now in the inning, no score here, top of 2. First pitch, big swing and a miss. Throw down to first is down the right field line. Backing it up is Sheffield. Chris Jansen's going to round third. He's looking for home. The throw is there in plenty of time as they tag him out at home for the 3rd out of the inning. So Emery threatens, but they do not score. And through with no runs, no hits, and 1 error committed by Morgan in the process, which still resulted in an out, and 1 runner left on base through 1.5 innings of play. It is Emery 0, Morgan 0 on Centricom, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Every morning when I walk in the door, I'm still at an awe. The quality of beef that we're harvesting here at Bar W. In my 40 years of experience, I have never seen beef after beef after beef of the extreme quality. Every single one of them that are coming through are top shelf.
Barrett's Foodtown has been your hometown grocer since 1935, earning your business every day with its fast, friendly, and convenient services. Barrett's meat department is second to none. You don't have to call someone out of the back room to get that special cut of meat you desire and deserve. You don't have to play card games or put up with troublesome gimmicks. You save money every time you shop Barrett's Foodtown. Barrett's Foodtown supports local schools and sporting events. Shop Barrett's Foodtown in Salina or click on barrettsfoodtown.com or follow Barrett's on Facebook.
At Magi Family Dental, we're not just fixing teeth.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
To the bottom of the second inning we go here at UVU with the Morgan Trojans and Emery Spartans in a scoreless ball game. And Morgan will bring the 4, 5, and 6 batters to the plate this inning. Luke Bowerly, Easton Venz, and Tyson Talbot. If they get to the fourth batter, that'll be Owen Gilson, and they're well on their way as Hayden Abrams hits the first batter. The cleanup hitter, Luke Bowerly, who heads the first. His Coach Stewart's out of the dugout asking if he's okay and got the thumbs up. Of course, they could have the speed-up runner for the catcher, Bowerly, but they want him out there on the bases. I feel like we've seen that a little bit more this year than in years past.
I agree.
Teams kind of got into a habit of just automatically doing that. But sometimes that might be your best base runner.
Yeah, and I agree. We've seen the catchers and pitchers stay out.
Line drive right back up the middle by Easton Venz into center field for a single. 2 on now with no outs here in the bottom of the second.
Good hit right there by Venz. He saw a fastball come down the middle part of the plate, and he didn't miss that one. Smoked it right up the middle.
So 2 pitches, 2 base runners for Morgan as Tyson Talbot comes to the plate next for the Trojans. Second baseman will hit from the left side.
You're starting to see the outfielders. They're starting to hold their gloves up. Sun's starting to play a little bit of a factor in center and left.
Square to bunt. Drops it foul. Does Talbot for strike 1.
I think that was self-preservation
Yeah.
right there. Yeah, he's trying to pull that back. That ball just kept coming in on him. It's like he might try it again right here.
Long look at second. The 0-1 pitch. He does square to bunt. Pulls it back as he spins out of the way for ball 1 on high and tight fastball.
Abrams trying to hit that bat again as he goes high and tight on him. Tice Larson coming in on the grass.
High and tight again from Abrams for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And you've got Gilbert at first and Larson at third. Gilbert's sneaking quite a ways in at first base.
Yeah, he's.
Abrams sets as he checks the runner. Next pitch. Couldn't quite make contact on that bunt attempt for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, kind of tried to push at that. When you're bunting, you want to catch that thing with your bat and not push at it, and he's pushing at that.
So a 2-2 count. 2 on and no outs. Abrams comes set. The 2-2 to Talbot. Swung on. Popped into shallow left field. Left fielder has no idea where it's at. It's going to bounce behind third base. The shortstop is over to catch it. And then his throw bounces on the dirt. And it can't be handled by Larson. Jensen didn't realize he had all sorts of time as Bowerly stayed at second thinking it might get caught. And as a result, everybody is safe.
Yeah, he had a lot more time than he thought he did. He hurried and gathered that ball up and just threw it kind of running, just on a running throw and makes an errant throw there. Obviously, it's a base hit. Everybody moves up, and there was no harm on the throw because.
I'm wondering what Coach Julian's asking. He's talking to the home plate umpire. They're going to go visit out with the other umpires. So I keep waiting to see if they're going to throw an error or a hit up there, but they haven't done either of those things yet.
I'd imagine a hit. You don't know where.
Yeah, because they wouldn't have been able to get the guy at first.
No.
And you can't assume the fielder's choice out.
Yeah. And you could tell that Peyton Nilsson out there in left field, he had no idea where that ball was.
Yep. Coach Julian keeps pleading his case.
Is he wanting like interference? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know, but whatever it is, you can tell he's not happy about it. So an infield single for Tyson Talbot. Loads the bases up with no outs here for Morgan and Owen Gilson coming to the plate. First pitch from Abrams, way outside. Good stop by Olson for ball 1.
Yeah, really good stop right there. Saved a run for sure and saved 2 guys moving up 90 feet.
1-0 pitch. Gonna miss low and away. Ball 2. 2-0 hitters count now for Gilson.
Got Luke Bowery over there on third base, and he's really playing a lot of cat and mouse right here with Abrams, trying to keep his attention on him.
2-0 pitch. It's going to miss low for ball 3. A walks a run right here for Morgan with a 3-0 count. No outs, and the base is loaded. .30 pitch. That one's on the outside half for a called strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, this is where why you see pitchers like to go back to the windup with the bases loaded, just because they don't have to worry too much about those runners. They know they can't do anything about it. They just focus on the batter. 3-1, swing and a miss, strike 2 and a full count.
It's interesting watching Bowerly over there on the base. So he starts off in foul territory. When he ends up running down the line, he's right on the line. Well, if that ball comes down the line and hits him, he's out.
Yeah, that's true.
So you usually tell your runners to stay off the baseline into foul territory.
Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Gilson will go down swinging for the first out of the inning. 3rd strikeout of the game for Hayden Abrams, and that was a big one.
That was a great strikeout right there after going down 3-0, coming back and 3 straight strikes, and gets the first out. And now they can get out of the inning with the double play ball.
Cooper Stewart will stand in on the right side now for the Trojans. First pitch from Abrams. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. Strike 1. Bases full of Trojans here. In the bottom of the second, no score with 1 out. The 0-1 pitch, swung on, ground ball up the middle, slow roller, picked up at short, throw to second is in time, throw to first is not in time. It'll be an RBI, fielder's choice, and into by Cooper Stewart. And the Morgan Trojans strike first. They lead at 1-0 here in the bottom of the second with 2 outs and 2 on.
Yeah, that's exactly what you wanted, was that ground ball, just too slow to turn the double play.
So 6-4, fielder's choice hit into. Runners on the corners for Morgan. And number 9 hitter Cam Talbot coming to the plate with a chance to help out his own cause. The pitcher on the mound today for Morgan could drive in a run right here with Easton Benz standing at third base. Fake the throw to third, go to first, does Abrams, but Stewart was back on the bag before the ball might have even been thrown his direction.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that fake throw right there.
First pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Talbot tried to hold up, but on the check swing, he went way around for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, misses high and away, ball 1.
And I don't even think Larson was even holding the runner on, so to fake like you're going to third,
right?
You know, if your player's not there, nobody's going to believe it.
1-1 pitch, high and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Talbot. Talbot hitting .268 on the year. Abrams comes set. 2-1 pitch. It's going to drop off low and away for ball 3. 3 straight balls thrown by Hayden Abrams.
But against Stewart last time, he came back and threw 3 straight strikes, so we know he has it in him to come back and throw some good pitches here.
Time called by Talbot. He'll stand back into the right side. 1-0 Morgan, 2 outs, 2 on with a 3-1 count. The pitch from Abrams. Just a bit high for ball 4, and Talbot will draw the base on balls to load the bases with the top of the order coming to the plate.
Yeah, that one was pretty close. Talbot stayed close until he heard that was a ball.
Yeah.
So before he threw his bat and took his elbow guard off there.
Leadoff batter Kenyon Leonelli coming to the plate, hitting .378 on the season. He has 9 RBIs. He's looking to push it to double digits. They will bring the speed-up runner on for Morgan as well, and that will be Carter Mabos. So Leonelli heads the plate. Bases loaded for the second time this inning for Morgan. First pitch on the outside half, strike one. Leonelli had the infield single to lead the game off for Morgan last inning. 0-1 pitch, ground ball to the left side, charging is Larson, fields it at third. Throw to first is in time for the 5-3 ground out and the third out of the inning. But Morgan takes the lead as they get one run on 2 hits in the inning. No errors committed by Emery in the process, and 3 runners left on base through 2 innings of play. It's Morgan 1, Emery 0 in the 3A Baseball State Championship on Centricom, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
At Manti Family Dental, we're not just fixing teeth, we're crafting smiles with a hometown touch. Our comprehensive care from crowns to Invisalign allows us to treat the young and the young at heart. Manti Family Dental is veteran-owned and backed by Dr. Carlisle's 13 years of expertise and a heart for Manti's community.
I'm Dr. Carlisle. My wife and I chose to raise our family where roots run deep. Here, every patient is treated like a neighbor. Whether it's IV sedation to remove your wisdom teeth or getting an implant to replace a missing tooth, we ensure your dental health is in caring hands.
So give us a call to schedule a visit and discover the difference at Manti Family Dental.
Homes aren't one size fits all, so why should your home insurance be any different? Farmers Home Insurance packages offer coverage options you can tailor to fit you. Discover straightforward home coverage options and more by calling Farmers Agent Dan and Gabe Cranny at 435-896-5453. That's Dan and Gabe Cranny at 435-896-5453.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Back here at Utah Valley University as we go to the top of the third inning in a one-run ball game. Morgan 1, Emery 0 here at the 3A Baseball State Tournament. Winner moves on to play at Canyon View at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. The loser will drop down to play North Sanpete at 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. And Emery will bring the 9, 1, and 2 batters to play this inning. Peyton Nilsson, Bo Stilson, and Trig Jensen. If they get to the fourth batter, that'll be Hayden Abrams. Cam Talbot on the mound for Morgan has a quick 0-2 count to Nilsson, who was at the plate when the runner got thrown out at home.
Yeah, so he saw one pitch. Don't know if that helped him or not, but he did see one.
He did see one. He's got an 0-2 count now here. Pitch from Talbot. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Nilsson will go down swinging for the first out of the inning. Second strikeout of the game for Cam Talbot.
Did you see how far Bowerly was set up outside?
Yeah.
He was like in the middle of the left-hand hitter's batter's box.
So it brings Bo Stilson to the plate now for Emery. He stands on the right side. First pitch way outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. It's going to miss low for ball 2, and a 2-0 hitter's count now for Stilson. Dangerous leadoff hitter. He's had a heck of a season as well for Emery. He had a great super regional, did Stilson. He's hitting .400 on the season. Next pitch is swung on. One hopper to short. Owen Gilson fields it. Throw to first is in time for the 6-3 ground out and the second out of the inning.
That one, if he misses that one, that's going to hit him right in the forehead.
Yeah.
Good play right there. But yeah, Stilton, good hitter, good base runner, and a good job by the Trojans getting that out.
So it brings Trig Jensen to the plate. First pitch on the outside edge, strike 1. Swings at 1 in the dirt, strike 2 and an 0-2 count. Cam Talbot looking to sit down the Spartans in order here in the third with a 1-0 lead. The 0-2 pitch. Just got a piece of that one, did Jensen to foul it off.
Stays alive right there. Trig Jensen, the shortstop, he is 0 for 1. He grounded out to first base his first at bat.
Two outs. There's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball drops off in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I haven't seen Talbot throw a lot of breaking balls.
No.
He's pretty conservative with those.
Jensen back into the left side. There's the 1-2 delivery. Curveball swung on. Just got a piece of that one as it was dropping off the table to stay alive. Count remains 1-2 with 2 outs and the base is empty. The pitch from Talbot to Jensen. Misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Bowerly set up way outside, and that one was good 6-8 inches inside the right-hand batter's box. So here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, and Jensen fouls off another one.
I'm not sure when you set up that far outside. I mean, obviously, if the pitch hits your glove, you're way out there. So he's wanting to reach back in. Maybe he just wants to get his body out of the way of his glove and give the official good view.
2-2 curveball misses up and away for ball 3 and a full count. Good at bat here from Jensen. This will be pitch number 9 in the at bat. Counts
really
full, 2 outs.
Really good at bat right here.
Pitch from Talbot. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Jensen will go down swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. 3rd strikeout of the game for Cam Talbot as he sits them down in order. 1, 2, 3 they go. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base through 2.5 innings of play. It's Morgan 1, Emery 0, the 3A Baseball State Tournament on Centricom, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders. Our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Back here at Utah Valley University as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning in a 1-0 ball game. Morgan leading Emery here at the 3A Baseball State Tournament. And a little bloop to the right side by Lincoln Gilson's going to drop. Picked up by Abrams, throw to first in time. What a play by Hayden Abrams and Trevin Gilbert at first to make the catch at his thigh and get Lincoln Gilson out, who has some good speed at first base.
Yeah, he was coming down the line hard. Abrams picked up that ball. He was really close to first base and just threw a rocket over there. How that was picked up by Gilbert, holy cow, I don't know, but good catch.
Yeah, I don't think he's like, I'm not giving up another bloop infield single. Swing and a miss here now by Beck Sheffield for strike 1. Sheffield to be followed by Luke Bowerly, and if the Trojans get to the 4th batter this inning, that'll be Easton Venz. Next pitch is fouled back to the screen. Strike 2 to Sheffield for the 0-2 count.
Woke a few of the fans up right there. That foul ball coming back into the screen.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Sheffield will go down swinging for the 2nd out of the inning and 4th strikeout of the game for Hayden Abrams. 2 outs and nobody on base for Luke Bowerly. These two teams haven't played a lot over their history, just 5 times over the last 24 seasons. This will make the 25th season. And Emery has won 4 of those 5, but Morgan won the most recent one last year here at the state tournament. First pitch to Bowerly, misses up. Next one's going to be fouled back out of play for strike 1. Yeah, they won that one 6-5 last year.
Bowerly is the sole run of the game. Came across in the 2nd inning after he was hit by a pitch.
Appreciate Brad James. He helps us out with these series stats. 2-1 pitch. Swung on. Deep fly ball to center field. Conover going back. This one's way over his head, as that one will one-hop the wall. Conover picks it up. Bowerly's on his way to third, and he's going to get the stop sign as it got into the cutoff. But a 2-out triple for Luke Bowerly puts a runner 90 feet from home.
Dang, he must have hit that 410 feet right there. He killed that ball to deep center field. One hops right into that wall.
And to straightaway center field, it's 408 feet. And he was a little bit to left center, which the deepest part in left center is 427. So that area of the park a little bit deeper. Swing and a miss there from Easton Venz for strike one as Abrams got to the chase one low.
Yeah, but he got all of that one.
The 0-1 pitch, swung on, ground ball back of the middle, diving at short and knocking it down is Jensen, but has no play. And it's an RBI infield single for Easton Venz. 2-0 Morgan here in the top or the bottom of the third inning.
Good hard hit up the middle there, and you saw Trig Jensen do everything he could to trail that ball. Hit his glove, bounced out, and he's just grasping for it, but just couldn't keep it in his glove.
So brings Tyson Talbot to the plate now for Morgan. He stands on the left side. First pitch, misses outside, ball one.
So Luke Bowery now has 2 runs in the game. He's gets on and gets across the plate.
Next one's way outside for ball 2 and a hitter's count now for Tyson Talbot, who's 1 for 1 in the game. Two-0 pitch, swing and a foul tip, strike one.
Hard swing right there. He was going after that ball.
Two-one pitch, called strike 2 on the inside half. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good pitch right there by Abrams. A hard, low inside fastball.
So Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch from Abrams. Swung on and fouled back to the screen as Talbot battles.
It's like he just keeps challenging him there on the inside part of the plate.
So again, here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled down the left field line, out of play.
Good at bat here by Talbot. Starting to see a lot of pitches.
So count remains 2-2. Runner on first. 1 across. 2 outs in the inning. Next pitch way high from Abrams for ball 3 and a full count.
So after getting down early in the count, comes back and works it to a full count.
Here's the payoff pitch from Abrams. Swung on. Down the left field line. Just foul. As it landed, about a foot foul down the line?
Yeah, it wasn't very far foul. But I will say that Peyton Nilsson, he played that really well. He was hugging that line, and he had that on the first bounce off the wall. So
yeah, and had that even been fair, he might have caught it.
Yeah,
because he was close.
Yeah, he was close, and if he didn't, he would have kept him to a single.
So count remains full for Tyson Talbot, who stands back in on the left side. Closed stance for Talbot. Venz at first. 2 outs in the inning. The payoff pitch again. That one will miss up. The throw to second it goes into center field. Venz didn't realize what to do, I don't think. I don't think he knew what he was supposed to do there, but not a smart throw from Bronx Olson with 2 outs, and the runner goes. Either it's a walk or a strike 3.
Yeah, neither Olson nor Venz must have realized what the situation was, because that was either he was going to strike out or he was going to walk or hit it right there, but it was a full count.
Yeah, we saw that in the 2A state tournament actually benefit South Severe against Beaver. They threw down on a same situation, and South Severe took the extra base.
Yeah, they did.
Pitch misses outside for ball 1 to Gilson. Yeah, the middle infield knew there was no play at second base, so they didn't even move. Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1 to Gilson for a 1-1 count.
But fortunately for Emery, that didn't hurt him.
So a 2-0 ball game, 2 on here, 2 outs, the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. The 1-2, swung on high, foul ball to the left side will get out of play from Owen Gilson. So count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning in a 2-0 ball game. Morgan leading Emery.
Ven's out on second base. He's been able to get as much a lead as he wants. They haven't really been paying attention to him. He's not getting a big lead, but nobody's looking to hold him.
1-2 pitch is swung on high, pop up to the right side. Coming in from right field is Stilson. Nope, it's going to be second baseman who calls for it as Christiansen pulls it in for out number 3. So a P4 for Gilson, pop up to the second baseman for the 3rd out of the inning. But Morgan adds to their lead. They get 1 run on 2 hits in the inning. No errors committed by Emery. And 2 runners left on base through 3 innings of play. It's Morgan 2, Emery 0 at the 3A Baseball State Tournament on Centricom, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Sanpete Steel and Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel and Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
To the 4th inning we go here in Orem at the 3A Baseball State Tournament with Morgan leading Emery 2-0 in this first round bracket play game. And the Spartans will bring to the plate this inning the 3-4-5 batters, Hayden Abrams, Tice Larson, and Hayden Christiansen. If they get to the 4th batter, that will be Trevin Gilbert. Cam Talbot on the mound for Morgan has an 0-1 count to Abrams. Breaking ball here. Going to drop off low for ball 1. Abrams kind of sitting back away from the plate.
Yeah, he's backing off. We don't see that as much anymore. It's like everybody's right on their toes, right on the line. And I think it was Bowerly. His back foot was almost out of the box.
The 1-1 pitch. Misses low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And as we said that, Abrams got in closer that time. He goes with a closed stance. So that front foot's pretty close, and he kind of pulls it out when he steps.
Yeah, that's true.
2-1 pitch. Just misses for ball 3. And a hitter's count now for Hayden Abrams. He has the lone hit of the game for Emery. Back in the 1st inning, a single into right field. Now here's the 3-1 from Talbot. Swung on and fouled to the right side at a play for strike 2 and a full count. Both pitchers, little elevated pitch counts through 3 innings. Talbot coming into this inning had 50 pitches. He's already thrown 5 more. Abrams, who's at the plate, threw 60 pitches through the first 3 innings. Here's the 3-1. 3-2, and that's going to be popped to the right side, and that'll get out of play as well as Abrams battles.
Yeah, so with those pitch counts like you just gave, I mean, they're going to stay pretty close to each other, at least through 3 innings.
Yeah.
Talbot may go throw a few more pitches than Abrams has after this inning, but maybe not many.
Here's the payoff pitch. Misses low and away for ball 4, and Abrams will head to first. Leadoff base on balls for the Spartans with Tice Larson coming to the plate. Larson hitting .370 on the year.
Emery needs to make that hurt right here. That base on balls.
And with no outs. First pitch to Larson. Abrams takes off. Throw down to second is not in time as he slides in safely. A swing and a miss from Larson for strike one. But now runner in scoring position for the first time. No, excuse me, the second time today for the Spartans.
Yeah, I like the aggression right there. Get him to second base. You know, you're only down 2. And just try to cut the lead right here.
So an 0-1 count. Next pitch is swung on and fouled to the right side. That'll get out of play for strike 2 to Larson. No balls, 2 strikes.
See Morgan holding Abrams. Not letting him get, he's got a decent lead, but not letting him get crazy.
Yeah, Owen Gilton at short holding him on. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball swung on, chopped to the left side. That's going to stay. Nope, now they just rule it foul. It was kind of a late call by the third base umpire.
Yeah, that was. I thought it was foul when he caught it, but I didn't know they were going to call it foul.
So count remains 0-2. Larson back at the plate, no outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Talbot comes set. Not much of a lead at second for Abrams. The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball is going to hit him in the back. So the hit by pitch puts 2 on now for Emery here in the top of the 4th inning with no outs. And Hayden Christiansen coming to the plate. Coach Julian comes down the line. Looks like we've talked about this several times the last couple of weeks that we see when they use pinch runners, they often wait about 5th inning or later. But they're going to go ahead and pinch run for Tice Larson right now as the Emery Spartans, as they will bring out Brett Griffin, the freshman, to run for him.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity right here for Emery. They have 2 runners on, nobody out. They have a good chance with a good hitter at the plate to cut the lead in half. And so with Coach Julian, I think he's making the right move right here.
Yeah, again, because he represents the tying run, and if he can get him in, he wants to get him in. Here in the top of the 4th as Hayden Christiansen stands it on the right side. First pitch, misses outside for ball 1.
You see when you get runners on, it changes how much pressure the pitcher puts on himself and on the defense.
You're going to step off and look back. The runner to second. Abrams easily steps back to the bag, though, without a throw.
You see Vince at first base. He's creeping in, protecting against a bunt right here. He keeps kind of creeping and creeping.
He does square to bunt. Does Christiansen. Third base line it goes. A beautiful bunt. Picked up and no play. An infield bunt single for Hayden Christiansen. Dropped beautifully to the third base side to load him up for Emery.
There's no chance on that. Morgan was playing that like if he was going to bunt, he was going to bunt down the first baseline to make sure that that it got away from the pitcher and no play at third. That guy is so fast.
Yeah.
They had no chance.
Now Stewart picked it up pretty quick, but there was no play for him as Coach Stewart will now pull the infield in on the green turf. And that'll bring Trevin Gilbert to the plate with the bases loaded and no outs here in the top of the 4th for Emery, down 2-0 to Morgan. First pitch from Talbot. Thought about it, held off, and watches strike 1 go by at the top of the zone for the 0-1 count.
Well, Talbot's been getting a little bit loose right here with his pitches, so I'm sure Coach Julian's wanting to make sure that his hitters make sure it's a strike.
0-1 misses outside for ball 1.
They don't want to help the pitcher right here in this situation where he's walked a guy and hit another.
I love the second baseman and shortstop, Owen Gilson, Tyson Talbot right there. They're coming way in to back up that throw back to the pitcher. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 and a 1-2 count.
Yeah, smart baseball right there.
And with the infield pulled in, if it does get past them, they're not going to get to it. Like
no.
you might be able to if you were in normal position.
Yeah, you might could score 2 runs on something past the pitcher.
Yeah.
You're not backing it up.
So I love the infielder's mentality there. 1-2 pitch, swung on, and Gilbert fouls that one back out of play to stay alive in the at-bat. No outs here in the top of the fourth. 2-0 Morgan. Base loaded for Emery, though. The 1-2 pitch misses outside. Bowerly tried to frame it. As he brought it back 6 inches, the umpire said nope. Ball 2.
Yeah, just a little bit too far out.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Talbot working out of the windup. Steps off the mound. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on. Deep fly ball to left center field. Leonelli and Gilson going back, and Gilson makes the catch. Tagging and coming home and scoring the first run of the game for Emery. Now the ball gets passed towards the dugout. Griffin's on his way home, and he'll score for the Spartans. That ties the game at 2 on the RBI fly out from Gilbert. And then Brett Griffin goes from second to home on the errant throw back in.
Yeah, great play out there in the outfield, but just got a little bit loose with that throw. That goes over to the dugout. Carries off. We get 2 runners to cross the plate, and now we have a tie ball game.
And going from first to third on the play was Chris Jansen. Now at the plate, Bronx Olson watches ball 1 go by. Here's the 1-0. Misses up for ball 2 with the go-ahead run 90 feet away here for Emery.
With only 1 out.
Here's the 2-0 pitch to Olson. Stays up for ball 3. Way high for ball 4, and that puts runners on the corners for the Spartans. They are going to go with the speed-up runner for Olson, as again they'll bring out Jace Franson.
So the speed-up runner for Larson.
The pinch runner, yeah.
Or the pinch runner, yes. Pinch runner definitely helped out.
It did.
I mean, that's that errant throw.
We'll see Larson re-enter, but they got the tying run across this inning with it. Now I got the pitching coach out for Morgan. With a mound visit. 2-2 your score here in the top of the 4th inning. Spartans have brought 2 runs across here in the 4th. There's 1 out. They still have 2 runners on base. Hayden Christiansen at third and Jace Franson at first. Garrett Conover will bat next.
So with the base on balls and hit by pitch, Emery makes Morgan pay for those free bases they gave him.
Well, of the 4 games today, this has been the best one so far as competitive in score.
Absolutely.
The Richfield or the Juab Grantsville game was a good game. It was a tough game. Juab controlled it, jumping on them early, and then Richfield Union was a really fun game, but Richfield had the 6-run lead for a few innings there at the end, and Union put 2 on late, but 7-3 win, and then Canyon North Sanpete. Well, it was a
It was
just a clinic from the get-go for Canyon View as they won that one 16-1.
Yeah, those first 2 games just kind of a tale of 2 halves. 2 halves of the game because all the runs came in the first few innings of both of those games, and it kind of went to zeros. But
first pitch to Conover, drives that one into left field, down for a base hit. Christiansen comes in to score. And the Spartans take their first lead, 3-2 here in the top of the 4th inning, 2 on and 1 out.
Great hit right there by Conover. Saw a pitch that he liked in his first pitch and just drives that into left field for an RBI single.
So Peyton Nilsson comes to the plate now for Emery. Gets the sign from Coach Julian. We've got Franson at second, Conover at first, and time called, which means a pitching change is going to be coming here for the Morgan Trojans. I didn't see who they had down to the bullpen, but that's where it's going to come out of. We'll let you know who it is and what the other changes are when we come back here in the top of the fourth inning. It's now Emery 3, Morgan 2 at the 3A Baseball State Tournament, and the Spartans have 2 on with 1 out on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
Basin Machinery takes vertical tillage to the max with the Turbo Max from Great Plains. With its hydraulically adjustable gang angle, the Turbo Max gives you lots of options. In the fall, you can run the machine at an angle to bury more residue. And in the spring, you can run it straight to create an excellent vertically tilled seed bed, all to help you achieve the best yields. Call Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today to see what the Turbo Max can do for you. Mason Machinery in Great Plains. Harvest starts here.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Welcome back here to UVU as a pitching change happening here for the Morgan Trojans. They're trying to make sure all the paperwork is correct here as George Jensen will come into the game and replaces Cam Talbot. And Coach Julian trying to verify everything on his lineup card as well. And Talbot just left the game, so just a straight change there. We'll see what they do with the batting order. I didn't see the lineup as it was written, if it had the DH and one by Talbot, like I feel better.
I didn't notice that they wrote the DH, at least not what we saw.
Yeah. 2 on here, though, for Jensen. As he comes to the plate to face Peyton Nilsson. First pitch misses outside for ball 1.
I don't see that they marked the DH in there.
Yeah, at least they didn't over there, but that's not the right.
That's true. It's
that's not the actual card. So.
Yes, we don't know that.
Yeah. The 1-0 pitch. That's going to miss up for ball 2, and a hitter's count now for Peyton Nilsson.
Jensen going to come with a little bit different look right here. He's going to be a little bit slower in his velocity and probably relying more on breaking pitches.
2-0 pitch. That one's in there for a called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nilsson's 0 for 1 in the game. He struck out to lead off the 3rd inning. Has a 2-1 count here as he stands back in the right side. 2-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball through the 5-6 hole for a base hit. Rounding third on his way home. The throw home is in time, but he didn't quite grab the ball. And Franson comes in to score. Bowerly a little frustrated at himself as the throw was where it was. Really good throw.
Yeah, it was
in
right
the
on
dirt.
line.
Had to bounce, just a 1 hop. But Bowerly unable to quite corral it with that catcher's glove, and safe at home is Franson to make it a 4-2 ball game.
Yeah, it's still a really good throw. I mean, a 1-hop throw right there coming up into his chest. Maybe just checking to see where the runner was, took his eye off it just for a second, and drops that ball.
Swing and a miss here now for Bo Stilson, strike 1 as they turn it over to the 8th batter of the inning, but it's the leadoff batter, Stilson, after the RBI single from Peyton Nilsson.
Really surprised that Franson didn't slide right there, being as close as that was.
There's the 0-1 pitch from Jensen. It's going to miss outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4 runs in the inning for Emery to take control of this game. They lead it now 4-2 over Morgan. Top of the 4th inning. The 1-1. Misses up for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now to Bo Stilson. Jensen, a junior, comes in with a 4.10 record. He's made 7 appearances this year, 13 2/3 innings. So he's about 2 innings in appearance on average. Here's the 2-1. It's going to miss high and away, ball 3, and a hitter's count now for Stilson.
Stilson, dangerous hitter, really good on the bases.
The 3-1 delivery. Swung on, ground ball, past the diving Stewart at third, into left field, and getting the stop sign is Conover as Lincoln Gilson left got it quickly, but it loads the bases for the Spartans with Trig Jensen, the 9th batter of the inning, coming to the plate.
Yeah, Coach Jillian right there, stopping him, not willing to try to, you don't want to get him out at home right now.
Right.
You only have 1 out. You can still score a run with a pop fly to the outfield, so no reason to chance that one.
Yeah, and Gilson snuck in even more than when he was on the previous hit.
He did, yeah.
And so he was ready to come home again.
And he has a good arm. We saw his arm that last play.
Yep.
Could have had a put out right there.
So Jensen, the 9th batter of the inning, will stand in on the left side. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Corners are pulled in. Middle infield playing double play depth for the Trojans. Oh, and as I say that with the left-handed batter, Tyson Talbot at second base moves way over into the 3-4 hole, which does not put him at double play positioning. First pitch. This is up for ball 1.
Talbot still doing a good job backing up that throw. He was coming in to back up. Throw back to the pitcher.
1-0 misses high and away. Ball 2. Hitters count here for Jensen. I think the Morgan coaching staff moved him back over more towards the base because he was way over in that hole.
Yeah, he was way deep in the hole. Now this gives him more of a chance to turn a double play in the middle of the infield.
Jensen sets the 2-0 pitch. Misses low for ball 3 and a 3-0 count. A walks a run here for the Spartans. They've got 4 runs across in the inning, still just 1 out, and the base is loaded. There's the 3-0 from Jensen. Swung on and fouled back out of play. Trig Jensen had the green light on 3-0 as he fouls it off for 3-1.
Yeah, surprised right there that, after seeing a couple base on balls and haven't seen a strike, that he's going to give him the green light. But
yeah, especially the base is loaded.
Yeah.
But he swings anyway, so it's 3-1 count. Jensen to Jensen. Pops this one into right field. Coming in is Sheffield. It's going to drop between the 2 players at second and right, and it's going to be an RBI single for Trig Jensen to make it 5-2 Emery. It looked like Sheffield had a beat on it, then it just landed right between him and Tyson Talbot at second base.
I'm not quite sure if anybody ever called that, and neither one of them felt like they could get to it, so nobody called it, but nonetheless, that drops in for an RBI single.
5th run of the inning for the Spartans. Bases remain loaded, and the 10th batter of the inning is Hayden Abrams, who started this inning off with a base on balls. Came around to score. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. And as the pitcher of record, he's liking this run support.
Oh, yeah.
As they lead it now 5-2 here in the 4th. The 0-1 pitch. Going to miss outside. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Got a lot of field in between center fielder and right fielder right now.
The 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled back out of play for strike 2 to Abrams. Abrams is 1 for 1. He had the single in the first inning before walking this inning and coming around to score. In fact, that single in the first inning, Emery didn't have another hit until this inning. There's the 1-2 pitch. That one's going to miss away for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now from George Jensen.
It's interesting. Look at the outfield right now because left and center are playing him almost straight up. Right field shaded more to the line.
Yeah, that's true. And the outfield's not playing deep at all.
No,
And Abrams
especially
got a pretty good stick.
especially left field.
Yeah. Next pitch. Misses low and away. Ball 3 for a full count. Bases are loaded here for Emery, so a walk's a run. With one out, Jensen sets out of the stretch. Here's the 3-2 payoff pitch. Swung on, deep fly ball in the left field line. Will it stay fair? No, it goes over the wall, but foul. As Abrams battles.
A long, really exciting strike right there. would have been a base-clearing grand slam.
Right over the WAC logo.
Yeah.
There down the left field line.
8 feet foul, maybe.
So count remains full for Hayden Abrams. 10th batter of the inning here for Emery with one out, 5 runs across, and the bases loaded. They lead Morgan now 5-2 here in the top of the 4th inning. Again from Jensen to Abrams. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on, high fly ball into center field. On his horse to his left is Leonelli. He'll go back and make the catch. Tagging and coming home is Nilsson, and he will come in to score 6-2 Emery on the RBI fly out from Hayden Abrams. 2 outs in the inning.
Good hit right there by Abrams, but Leonelli out in center field had, good breakaway speed right there. He ran that one down.
Moving to third and tagging also was Bull Stilson. From second, holding at first was Trig Jensen. So runners on the corners now for Emery with 2 outs in the inning. And that brings Tice Larson to the plate. Do you rule that a sacrifice?
Yeah, I think so.
I would agree.
I would think so.
Sac fly. First pitch to Tice Larson. Breaking ball in the inside half, strike 1. Larson's 0 for 1 in the game. He popped out to the second baseman in the first inning and then got hit by a pitch earlier this inning. He has obviously re-entered for Brett Griffin, who ran for him earlier this inning. The 0-1 pitch as the runner takes off. The throw down to second is not in time, and Stilson didn't get a good read on it, chose not to go.
Good catch right there by Gibson, definitely saving a run right there. He was diving towards the second base side of the bag to get that throw.
Yeah, because he had to dive and go to the ground, Stilson, had he taken off, obviously would have easily gotten there, but chose to stay at third to be safe. 1-1 count now to Larson. The pitch from Jensen. Swung on, line drive into left center field. That's down for a hit. Jensen's on his way home. He will come in to score. A 2-run single for Tice Larson makes it 8-2 Emery here in the top of the 4th inning. All 8 runs coming here in the 4th.
Good piece of hitting right there by Tice Jensen, just roping that thing out into left center field, plating 2 runners to increase the lead 8-2.
He'll run for himself now as he can't re-enter it again, so that'll bring Hayden Christiansen to the plate. First pitch, strike 1 from Jensen. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. 8 runs across for Emery. Runner on first. The 0-1 misses low and away for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
If Christiansen hits a extra base hit, Larson's going to have to get on his horse because he might get caught.
Yeah. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, popped to the right side. That's in danger, but back to make the play is Venz at first base for out number 3. So a P3 for Christiansen. Pop up to the first baseman for the 3rd out of the inning. But Emery has taken control with 8 runs in the inning. They do so on 6 hits in the inning. 1 error committed by the Trojans in the process, and 1 runner left on base through 3.5 innings of play. We're halfway home, and it's Emery 8, Morgan 2 at the 3A Baseball State Tournament on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Back here at Utah Valley University as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning as Emery has taken control of this game. 8-2 your score with 8 runs in the inning for the Spartans. The Trojans looking for an answer with the 8-9-1 batters this inning. And quick 0-2 count to Cooper Stewart. He'll be followed by Cam Talbot, or it will be... Yep, it is going to be Cam Talbot hitting for himself out of the 9-hole, even though he was replaced on the mound. And then leadoff hitter is Kenyon Leonelli. And if they get to the fourth batter, that's Lincoln Gilson. Hayden Abrams on the mound for Emery. Stewart fouls off another one. Count remains 0-2.
A little bit of breathing room right here now for Abrams on the mound with a 6-run lead.
The 0-2 pitch, swung on, ground ball to the right side. Chris Jansen fields it at second. Throw to first is in time for the 4-3 ground out and the first out of the inning.
We know that Chris Jansen has a really good glove over there at second base. I like to watch his footwork, his handwork. He's just real good in that position.
Yeah. So that'll bring Cam Talbot to the plate now for Morgan. He stands in on the right side. First pitch from Abrams. Thought about it, held off, and watches ball one go by low and away. It's the 1-0 pitch. It's going to stay up for ball two. 2-0. Hitters count now for Talbot. Two-0 pitch. Misses up again for ball 3. Talbot walked in his first plate appearance. Got stranded at first in the second inning. Here's the 3-0. It's going to miss inside for ball 4, and Talbot will draw the 1-out 4-pitch base on balls as he heads to first.
Showed good patience right there, helping his team by getting on base.
And it turns it over to the top of the order with Kenyon Leonelli. Makes his way to right side batter's box. He's got a whole routine.
Yeah. You know, they do come out and put sand in the batter's boxes in between innings, so he's moving some dirt around.
Yeah.
Or in between games, not innings.
First pitch swinging, ground ball to the right side. Chris Jansen bobbles it, picks it up. Throw to first is in time for the 4-3 ground out and the second out of the inning. Talbot does move up into scoring position on the ground out.
That's the only play that Chris Jansen had anyway right there.
Yeah.
Talbot he was too far past him on that play to try to go to anything at second base.
So to bring Lincoln Gilson to the plate, hitting from the right side with a runner in scoring position here and 2 outs. First pitch from Abrams in the dirt. Good block by Olson. Ball 1. Gilson's 0 for 2 in the game.
Yeah, just like we talked about in the last inning, if you get a base on balls or hit by pitch, you got to make that hurt. And they got 2 outs trying to get this runner across.
Called strike on the outside half to Gilson. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Gilson struck out in the first, grounded out to the pitcher on a really nice play by Abrams in the third.
Yeah, it was a great play.
1-1. Swung on, high fly ball into right field. Moving over is Stilson. Settles underneath it and makes the play for out number 3. So an F9 for Gilson. Fly out to right for the third out of the inning. As Morgan gets a runner on, but do not score. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base through 4 complete. It's Emery 8, Morgan 2 on the TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Drive for a winning team. DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis hires reliable drivers with competitive starting pay and raises after 90 days. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and attainable bonuses, and more. Why would you drive for anyone else? Call DP Curtis Trucking for details, 435-893-2900. That's 435-893-2900, or click on dpcurtis.com.
Marijuana has a lot of names, and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
Heads up for the perfect solution to jumpstart your outdoor adventure. Whether you're tearing up the back roads or backcountry, driving the trails or highways of Utah, or making waves on the waterways with family or friends, it's high time you experience the unsurpassed excitement destination at the Jorgensen Auto Group. Jorgensen Chevrolet Need from Jorgensen Ford and Jorgensen Power Sports in Richfield will make sure you're properly outfitted. That's Jorgensen Auto Group. Jorgensen Chevrolet Need from Jorgensen Ford, Jorgensen Power Sports Richfield. Thrill seekers wanted.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Welcome back here to Utah Valley University as we go to the top of the fifth inning, and Coach Stewart's made a pitching change as he's brought in the freshman Carson Black to take over on the mound as he replaces George Jensen. Black, a freshman, he's pitched 2 1/3 innings of varsity ball this year, and he's got a 0.00 ERA in those 7 outs he's gotten. He faces the 6, 7, and 8 batters for Emery, Trevin Gilbert, Bronx Olson, and Garrett Conover. If they get to the 4th batter, that'll be Peyton Nilsson.
Well, if he can keep his ERA at 0.00, his coach will just think that's fantastic.
That's right. He's a little left-handed lefty here for the Trojans. First pitch is fouled off by Gilbert. Strike one. Gilbert is 0 for 2 in the game. He struck out in the 2nd, and then an RBI fly out in the 4th. There's the 0-1 from Black. Breaking ball on the outside edge for a called strike 2.
It's a good-looking breaking ball right there.
Yeah.
Coming in, throwing that for a strike.
Takes a sign behind the plate. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Gilbert will go down swinging for the first out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Carson Black.
1 hitter, 1 strikeout. That was 3 great pitches right there.
Brings Bronx Olson to the plate now for Emery. He hits from the right side. Strike 1 there.
Yeah, Black's commanding those pitches really well. He's got good movement on his curveball. It looks like he's able to locate really well.
The 0-1 delivery from Black. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Olson.
And comes back with a good fastball on the outside part of the plate.
Kind of a slow, deliberate windup. The 0-2 for a called strike 3, and Olson will go down looking on the curveball for the second out of the inning. Second strikeout of the game for Carson Black.
Yeah, Carson Black thinks this is just no big deal.
Brings Garrett Conover to the plate. Conover's 1 for 2 in the game. First pitch from Black. Thought about it. Oh, home plate umpire says he went around. Strike 1.
You don't even have to check with the first base umpire. He's going to call him on that. Said he went around.
So an 0-1 count. Pitch from Black. Swung on, line drive into left center field. And it'll be cut off by Leonelli. Big round at first from Conover, but a 2-out single from Garrett Conover for the Spartans.
Good hit right there by Conover. That makes him 2 for 3 in the game. Good job by Leonelli. Leonelli he's fast out there in center field. He covers a lot of ground.
Brings Peyton Nilsson to the plate now for the Spartans. He stands in on the right side. First pitch from Black. This is inside. He's got a really good tail on that pitch, though.
He does, yeah. Peyton Nilsson looked like he's trying to get his knee into that one.
Yeah.
He kind of stuck that front knee out there, hoping to maybe get that clipped, but he did not.
Luke Bowerly went out to visit with Black as Coach Julian called Nilsson down the line. Nilsson's 1 for 2 in the game. Had an RBI single last inning. Throw to first, and they've got him between the bases. Van's holding. Now he will throw to second. So they've got Conover in a rundown. Throw back to first. Van's on him. Conover going. The throw to second is in time, and they will pick off Garrett Conover for the 3rd out of the inning as Carson Black comes in and ultimately sits him down in order. 1, 2, 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no runners left on base. Through 4.5 innings of play, it is Emery 8, Morgan 2 on Centricom at TeamHive.live and KSL Sports.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is your local employee-owned and operated solution for plumbing, heating, and cooling, waterworks, agricultural irrigation, landscaping irrigation, power equipment, pumps, tools, and safety. Discover the difference a knowledgeable and friendly staff can make for you. With thousands of products and brands you know and trust, Mountain Land Supply has what you need when you need it. Call, click, or come into Mountain Land Supply of Richfield and let us help you move mountains.
Back here at UCCU Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning with Emery leading Morgan 8-2 in this state tournament 3A baseball game. And the Trojans bring the heart of the order, the 3, 4, 5 batters to the plate this inning with Beck Sheffield, Luke Bowerly, and Easton Venz. If they get to the 4th batter, that'll be Tyson Talbot. Hayden Abrams on the mound for Emery has an 0-1 count to Sheffield. Swing and a miss, strike 2 as he tried to reach out and touch that one on the far outside edge.
Yeah, just can't reach out for those. You got to step to it, and just couldn't get to that pitch on the outside corner.
There's the 0-2. It's going to miss for ball 1.
Abrams seeing if he'd reach for that one.
Yeah.
Just go a little bit further out.
There's the 1-2 now to Sheffield. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Sheffield will go down swinging for the 1st out of the inning. 5th strikeout of the game for Hayden Abrams.
Great pitch right there by Abrams. He just kept going out and out and got him on 2 reaching pitches and gets his 5th strikeout of the game.
Brings Luke Bowerly to the plate. First pitch swinging, chopper to the left side. Charging is Jensen. Throw to first is not in time. That ball was about 40 feet in the air off the bounce, and no one had time to get Bowerly down the line with the infield single.
No chance right there. Another infield hit for the Trojans.
Yeah, they've had a few of them in this game.
Yeah, they have.
Brings Easton Venz to the plate now. Venz has hit the ball hard twice. One of them was an infield hit, but it was a diving stop by Jensen at shortstop to keep him from getting to the outfield. First pitch, strike 1 at the low part of the zone. But both hits back up the middle by Venz. 1 out runner on first. Pitch from Abrams, swing and a miss, and throws the bat. It's the 2nd bat we've seen thrown today. Malik Fountain for Richfield threw one his first at bat. Now Easton Venz tosses one towards the dugout.
You might need to give him a little pine tar for that one.
So an 0-2 count. Next pitch, swing and a miss, ball in the dirt, first base occupied, and Benz will go down swinging on the second out of the inning, 6th strikeout of the game, and it looks like Carson Black is going to bat in place of Tyson Talbot. So they must have decided to move Cam Talbot to second base. I'll have to check that when they come back out. But Carson Black will bat in the 8th spot, or the 6th spot in the order.
Let's see if he makes hitting look as easy as he's made pitching, because he's been fantastic on the mound.
Yes, he has. Tyson Talbot went 1 for 1 in the game. He had a single and reached on a walk. So he exits the lineup. Runner on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Emery leading Morgan 8-2. First pitch to Black, swung on, and he does make it look easy as he lines one to left center field for a 2-out single. 2 on now for the Trojans.
This kid doesn't mess around. He comes in, he throws only 1 ball to 3 batters, strikes out 2, picks 1 off, and then the first pitch he sees, he drives into center field for a single.
He's going to come out for the courtesy runner, so the speed-up runner here for the Trojans. That's going to be Mabos. Owen Gilson now at the plate for Morgan. He stands in on the right side. First pitch misses in for ball 1. Gilson's 0 for 2. He struck out and popped out to the second baseman. The 1-0. Swung on, chopped back up the middle. Abrams off the mound is just going to go tag him for out number 3. So a ground out to the pitcher for the 3rd out of the inning. As Abrams says, I'll get the 2 strikeouts and the putout to end this inning. And Trojans, they'll get 2 on with no runs across on 2 hits. No errors committed by Emery, and 2 runners left on base through 5 innings of play. It's Emery 8, Morgan 2 on Centricom.com, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports. And we've got the Morgan players are staying out on the field, on the base paths, as they've brought the umpires together here.
Oh.
So I'm not sure
I don't know if we do have some replay. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah.
I put my head down to write in my book. They call them out anyway. They're coming in.
They come in. So, again, through 5, it's 8-2. Emery leads Morgan in 3A State Baseball on Centricom, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Jones and DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
This is more than just a job. It's a mission of caring. There's nothing more precious than a human life, and we all honor that responsibility. Beginning in 1932, we've been standing ready to serve our communities with trust, quality, and knowledge. And most of all, human connections.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
We're back here at Utah Valley University. Robert Lovell with you alongside Corey Sorensen as we go to the top of the 6th inning with Emery leading Morgan 8-2. in this 3A state tournament baseball game. And the Spartans will bring the 9, 1, and 2 batters to the plate this inning. Peyton Nilsson, Bo Stilson, and Trig Jensen. If they get to the fourth batter, that'll be Hayden Abrams. Nilsson flies one into left field. Lincoln Gilson going over. Can't get there, and it lands fair. Gilson up and throwing to second to hold Nilsson at first with a leadoff single for the Spartans.
Just a little bloop single down there in left field. No chance for anybody to get to that. And Emery gets their leadoff runner on.
Yes, they do. So it brings Bo Stilson to the plate. He stands in on the right side. Get ball one from Black. Runner takes off. Next pitch is swung on. Deep fly ball to left center field. Leonelli on his horse gets there to make the play for out number one. An F8 for Stilson, flat to center field for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, well hit ball right there, but as we talked about, Leonelli just has a lot of speed out there. Hard to burn to him.
Yeah, it is. So that brings to the plate now Trig Jensen.
And Peyton Nilsson, they had a hit and run on there. He was running right there, but we know that from that last inning that Carson Black has a really good pickoff move as well.
Throw over to first. Not going to be in time by Black.
He fooled him, though.
Yeah.
Nilsson was leaning. He was leaning to the second base side, or to second base.
Jensen in on the left side. Swung on, fly ball into right. Sheffield is there. He'll make the catch for out number two. So an F9 for Trig Jensen. 2 outs in the inning.
This Carson Black, you say he's a freshman. He's been impressive on the mound. He's got a really slow, deliberate. When he comes to the plate, he gets the high leg kick, but being slow like that, he really throws the runners off as well as he goes and gets them
Runner
there.
takes off, the throw to first, and stealing second base successfully is Peyton Nilsson. As he did go to first at Black, but they had no chance as Nilsson got a great jump.
He did, and Peyton Nilsson does exactly what you want to as a coach with a left-handed pitcher. If he comes over, you just take off to second. You don't try to get back. With that slow delivery, it gives him a good chance to get a big lead.
Next pitch is swung on,
well
deep
hit.
fly ball down the left field
That's out of here.
line. That one is gone. Hayden Abrams launches one over the wall in left. A 2-run home run for Abrams, and it's now a 10-2 Emery lead.
Great hit right there by Abrams. We actually saw him nearly hit a grand slam the inning before, and he didn't miss that one. He kept that within the lines.
It's the third home run we've seen today. Is that right?
Yeah, no, fourth.
Fourth.
Because Austin Park hit one too. Yeah, fourth home run. And we had back-to-back home runs in the Canyon View game.
Yeah, that's right. So it brings Tice Larson to the plate. First pitch swinging, fouled on the left field line for strike one. There's the 0-1 from Black. It's going to miss outside for ball one. 2 outs here in the inning. Nobody on base now. Top 6, 10-2. Emery leads Morgan. 1-1 pitch. Thought about it. Ooh. Held off. Watches ball 2 go by outside.
Yeah, good looking pitch right there. Just a little too far outside.
Next pitch is swung on. Fly ball into right field. Sheffield moving over, and he'll make the play for out number 3. And F9 for Larson for the third out of the inning. But Emery adds to their lead. They get 2 runs on 2 hits in the inning. No errors committed by Morgan and no runners left on base through 5.5 innings of play. It's Emery 10, Morgan 2 at 3A State Baseball on Centricom, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Hey, y'all, just a reminder to shop Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, offering windows and glass sales and installation, including window tinting. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, 410 North Main in Richfield, has a huge inventory and always sells at rock-bottom prices. And Shepherd's has the service to back it all up. Click shepherdscarpets.com. Carpet, flooring, windows, and glass, and more. Shop Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Click shepherdscarpets.com and sit back and try to wipe that big old smile off your face.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Welcome back here to Utah Valley University as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning in a 10-2 ball game. First batter for Morgan lines one to first. Gilbert knocks it down, and they beat him to first with Hayden Abrams. Gilbert looked like he had it on the line. Then he kind of booted it over towards the Emery dugout, picked it up, and Abrams alertly covering the bag for out number 1.
Looks like a good call right there by Blue. He was right on it.
Cooper Stewart just gets beat. So the 8-9-1 batter is this inning for Morgan. Cam Talbot followed by Kenyon Leonelli. And then if they get to the 4th batter, that's Lincoln Gilson. Hayden Abrams on the mound for Emery, misses high to Talbot for ball 1. Coming into this inning, I had Abrams at 83 pitches, which means he's got to go about 13, 14 pitches an inning to try to go the complete game here. Misses high for ball 2. 1 pitch, 1 out helps. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss from Talbot for strike 1.
Yeah, anytime you get 1 pitch, 1 out, that helps a lot.
Talbot walked in his first 2 plate appearances today. The 2-1, it's going to be low and away for ball 3. And so for the 3rd time today, he's got a 3-ball count.
And he's walked in his first 2 plate appearances. So
got time called by Talbot at the plate.
So he's 0 for 0 in this game.
3-1 pitch, swung on, blooped in the infield. That's going to bounce. Christiansen doesn't have a play. And that's the 4th little bloop infield hit for Morgan.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's the 4th one right there.
Yeah.
And those balls are hitting. They got tons of backspin on them. So they're not rolling forward, but they're coming back into the infield.
So an infield single for Talbot, 1 out and 1 on now here in the bottom of the 6th as Kenyon Leonelli comes to the plate. You look at Emery's line, 10 runs, 10 hits. They've only left 3 runners on base. When they've gotten guys on, they've brought them around.
Yes, they have. That's you love that as a coach to see that when you get guys on, your hitters are productive, moving guys around the bases.
Strike 1 there to Leonelli. A swing and a miss. He's back in on the right side, the leadoff hitter for the Trojans. The 0-1 must have just missed low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Leonelli had one of those bloop infield singles.
Yeah.
He's 1 for 3 in the game, grounded out to 3rd and grounded out to 2nd as well. The 1-1, right down the middle, strike 2.
Yeah, we've talked about Leonelli a lot. Really good center fielder. He's done a good job fielding his position tonight.
There's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back out of play for Leonelli to stay alive.
If you're the Spartans fan, you're hoping for a double play right here.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Throw down to first is not in time. As Talbot gets back safely, but 2 outs now in the inning. And 7th strikeout of the game for Hayden Abrams.
They were going for the double play, just unconventional.
Yep. Lincoln Gilson at the plate now for the Trojans. In on the right side, looking for his first hit. On the outside half, strike one. He struck out, grounded out to the pitcher on a great play. That was one of those bloop hits that nearly was an infield single. Then he flew out to right. The 0-1, that one hits him in the helmet. He turns around, umpire checks him. Yeah, it was kind of weird because he was staying like he was still batting.
I was going to ask you if
and
that hit his
Stewart
bat.
came down the lines like, didn't that hit you? So they are going to award the base.
Okay, I was going to ask you, maybe that hit his bat. But
now Coach Julian, because of how I think Gilson reacted, Coach Julian's like, he acted like it hit his bat first.
Yeah, so I don't know if we have a replay of that if they talk out there, but that was pretty interesting.
But just the way Gilson acted.
Yeah. Well, they're going to award him first base.
What might have suggested that he got the bat on it first, but, I mean, he never moved the bat.
It looks like
this thing hit the bat instead of the helmet.
Yeah, it did hit the bat. No wonder he reacted like that. It just...
Something about that was really weird. Yeah. It all seemed like it hit the helmet live.
It did.
And they're going to award first base, though, on the hit by pitch.
I thought they were going to go check him for a concussion for a second because he didn't go down.
Yeah. So 2 on and 2 outs. It brings Beck Sheffield to the plate. Hitting from the right side. First pitch on the outside edge, strike one. Sheffield has struck out 3 times in the game. He's looking to figure out the mystery that Hayden Abrams has been to him today.
Yeah, Abrams, he's had Sheffield's number tonight.
The 0-1 pitch. This is low for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Foul tip, for strike 2 and a 1-2 count.
Abrams doing a good job right there, keeping Leonelli kind of close. Just the way he's pitching, he'll kind of go slow, act like he could turn around at any time, and then he'll do a slide step on his next pitch and just kind of mixing it up.
1-2, swung on, ground ball to the left side, fielded at third. Larson's throw to first is in time for the 4-3 ground out and the third out of the inning. Morgan threatens, but they do not score. No runs on 1 hit, no errors by Emery, and 2 runners left on base through 6 complete. And it's Emery 10, Morgan 2 here at the 3A Baseball State Tournament on Centricom, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders. Our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Welcome back here to UCCU Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University. Robert Lovell with you alongside Corey Sorensen as we go to the top of the 7th and final inning with Emery leading Morgan 10-2 here in this bracket play first round game. And the Spartans bring the 5, 6, and 7 batters to the plate this inning. Hayden Christiansen will be followed by Trevin Gilbert, then Bronx Olson. If they get to the 4th batter, that's Garrett Conover. Carson Black on the mound for Morgan. Foul ball from Christiansen makes it an early 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch, swung on, chopped foul to the left side again for strike 2.
Good breaking ball coming in on the hands of Christiansen there.
Christiansen's 1 for 2 in the game. He walked in the 2nd, singled and scored in the 4th with a bunt single, then popped out to the first baseman in the 5th. The 0-2. And Bowerly is basically outside almost the left-hand batter's box.
Yes, I don't know how you ever expect you to call like that, but.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball drops off for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pretty good spot there from Black. Chris Jansen leaned in, but didn't bite.
Yeah, I wonder if Bowery would have caught that, what that call would have been.
So a 2-2 count. Black out of the windup. Next pitch to Chris Jansen. Throws the bat out there at it. Pops it down the right field line into foul territory. And Talbot with a sliding catch. The second baseman, Cam Talbot, slides into foul territory for out number 1.
Really great catch right there by the second baseman, Talbot.
Get a nice look at it here from Adam Coombs. Nice play.
Dang, we've seen some really great plays tonight. That's another one. I love great plays in a baseball game. I just love them. Get excited.
Brings Trevin Gilbert to the plate. First pitch from Black. On the outside edge, strike 1. 10-2, Emery leads. Winner plays Canyon View, 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Loser plays North Sanpete at 1:30 tomorrow. Swung on, one hopper to the shortstop, fielded by Gilson. Throw to first is in time for the 6-3 ground out and the second out of the inning. So it brings Bronx Olson to the plate. Two outs, nobody on here in the top of the 7th, 10-2, Emery. First pitch to Olson, swung on, flies this one into right field. Sheffield moving over to his left, makes the play for out number 3, so an F9 for Olson for the third out of the inning. As Black sits down the Spartans in order, 1, 2, 3 they go. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base. Through 6.5, it's Emery 10, Morgan 2 at the 3A Baseball State Tournament on Centricom, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
In the beginning, glass repair meant a long trip to the city. Inconvenient, but it got the job done. Then came the big chains, quick but costly. Then Clear Sight Glass Solutions rolled into town. For 15 years, they've been making your life easier with mobile and in-shop services. Because they're local, and they genuinely care about keeping you safe on the road. They even recalibrate for new models. Visit them on Main Street or at clearsightglasssolutions.com. Keep it clear, keep it local with Clear Sight Glass Solutions in Nephi.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Welcome back here to Utah Valley University as we go to the bottom of the 7th and final inning. Last chance for the Trojans, trailing Emery 10-2 here in this 3A Baseball State Tournament game. 4, 5, and 6 batters this inning for Morgan as they bring Luke Bowerly, Easton Venz, and Carson Black to the plate. If they get to the 4th batter, that will be Owen Gilson. First 2 pitches of Bowerly miss way inside.
Yeah, and Abrams comes into this inning. He has 9 pitches, right?
Yep.
And he can finish a batter, so he's down to 7.
2-0. Misses outside for ball 3 and a 3-0 count. Bowerly's been the best hit in the lineup today for Morgan. He got hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning, came around to score. Tripled in the 3rd and came around to score. Then had an infield single in the 5th.
Yeah, he's 2 for 2 in the game.
And that one misses way outside for ball 4. So Bowerly will head to first base. Coach Julian's out of the dugout. So he's just going to go ahead and make the change here.
Looks like it.
Kind of acting like it, doesn't he?
You have to. Looks like he's going to bring somebody in from the field. He had nobody warming up.
So he comes out here, and he is going to give the ball up. Coach Julian's saying, we're just going to go ahead and end this sucker. So 10-2 is your score. Emery leads a Morgan. Pitching change here for the Spartans with 1 on and no outs in the bottom of the 7th. As the Emery crowd gives a big round of applause for Hayden Abrams. We'll have the final inning when we come back here on Centricom, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Your home, life, and auto insurance deserve a winning team. Farmers Insurance Dan Cranny Agency introduces the newest member of the team, Gabe Cranny. Yep, it's now a doubleheader. But who needs insurance? If you own a home, farm, ranch, business, or have a spouse, children, or livestock, you need insurance. Get peace of mind with a winning team to make sure home sweet home stays that way. Call Dan or Gabe Cranny at Farmers Insurance in Richfield, 435-896-5453, 896-5453. America can depend on farmers.
For Emery, as Jensen takes over on the mound, Abrams just replaces him at shortstop with 1 on and no outs. Bottom of the 7th, a 10-2 Emery lead. First pitch from Jensen on the outside half for a called strike 1 to Easton Venz. Venz is 2 for 3 in the game. A pair of singles up the middle and an RBI. He also struck out. And a step off the mound does Jensen. Emery trying to get the upset here to move on and play number 1 Canyon View tomorrow night. Swing and a miss, big swing and a miss. Venz almost went to the ground on strike 2 there.
Trying to get a couple runs across the plate right there and trying to cut this lead.
Yeah. Makes it an 0-2 count. Bowerly at first. The 0-2 breaking ball goes behind Venz for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Trying to get a strike the hard way, hit the bat.
Next pitch is swung on and fouled back to the screen as Venz battles.
Yeah, another big swing right there, but I like that swing on that pitch. One up in the strike zone that he really could have done something with.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch from Jensen. Going to miss high and away. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So for Morgan, they're right where they want to be, because if you look at Bowery, Venz, and Talbot, those 3 have really been effective in today's game.
Yeah. It will be Black batting.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Black.
But
well, he's been effective too. Yeah, he's 1 for 1.
That misses above the head of Venz.
I've got that right there, but yeah.
For ball 3 and a full count. But that spot in the order has gotten on base every time.
Yep.
Tyson Talbot twice and Carson Black once. Three-two payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Venz will go down swinging for the first out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Trig Jensen. Brings Carson Black to the plate now for Morgan. Runner takes a lead at first. That's again Bowerly. He's scored both of Morgan's runs. First pitch on the inside edge. Strike 1. Now 1 pitch is fouled back to the screen for strike 2 and an 0-2 count with 1 out.
Sharp hit, ground ball up the middle right here. Could end the game with a double play.
Foul to the left side from Black towards his own dugout. He battles to stay alive. Count remains 0-2. Pitch from Jensen. Drops off the table low for ball one. Pretty good spot, but Black didn't bite at it.
Yeah, hasn't been able to get the fastball by him, so he comes with an off-speed pitch trying to get Black to chase, but he holds.
Jensen out of the stretch, the 1-2 pitch, swung on, ground ball to the left side. Backhand at short, and it's going to be knocked down. But do they call?
Oh, he's coming back.
What did they call there? Because
somebody
must have called
time?
a balk. Must have called a balk.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because they've allowed Bowerly to take second base.
Yeah, because he's a second.
Yeah, I didn't see them
throw their hands up or anything.
But a balk called, so that'll put Bowerly at second base. And remains a 1-2 count. Unable to see it in that one there. Appreciate Adam Coombs working on that for us. Now we've got time called in the box by Black. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Runner on second for the Trojans. Emery leading Morgan 10-2. The 1-2 pitch, swung on, fouled out of play to the left side. That's going to come back in play.
Here it comes, yep.
Hit right off the. There's not a lot of room to hit anything right there on this roof, but it hit it perfectly and came back.
It did. It might be one they have to use for just batting practice. That might cut the cover, hitting like that.
So once again, here's the 1-2 pitch from Jensen. Misses up for ball 2 to Black. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The freshman making Trig Jensen work. This will be the 14th pitch of the inning for Jensen. 2-2 to Black. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Black will go down swinging for the second out of the inning. Second strikeout of the game for Jensen.
Good pitch by Jensen. Got that curveball just up a little higher, made it look a little better. And Black just swings through it and strikes out for the second out of the inning.
Brings Owen Gilson to the plate now for Morgan. He stands in on the right side. First pitch. It's on the outside half. Strike 1. Good spot from Jensen. The way he delivers the ball makes it look like that's going to go wide.
I agree.
But he's able to catch that front outside corner. Got time called. Two outs and 1 on. The 0-1. Breaking ball. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Big hack from Gilson.
Yeah, Trig Jensen getting a little more comfortable with each pitch. And that breaking ball is starting to be a little more effective with each pitch.
Morgan down to their final out here in this first round of bracket play game. The 0-2. Misses up for ball 1 to Gilson. Makes it a 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch, swung on, fly ball into shallow center field, and gonna drop in for a base hit. Good backup in right field by Stilson as he covers the diving Conover. But Bowerly comes in to score for the 3rd time today. It's an RBI single for Owen Gilson. Makes it a 10-3 ball game. Still 2 outs and 1 on for Morgan.
For a coach to see that, to see Stilson coming over and backing up that play, keep the runner at first base, they love that.
Yeah.
Both. That, and Conover can feel comfortable that he can dive for that ball because he knows his player's right there. So, good job by Stilson in that backup.
Brings Cooper Stewart to the plate.
And good hit right there by Olton.
Fouls this one off to the right
Owen
side.
Gibson, excuse me.
Yeah, Gilson, yep. Strike 1. Jensen comes set, 2 outs, runner on first. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swung on, fly ball to the right side, just over the outstretched glove of Christiansen at second base. And everybody is safe with a 2-out single into right.
It's one of those Texas leaguers right there.
So it'll bring Cam Talbot to the plate now for Morgan with back-to-back singles. 2 outs and 2 on. Hayden Abrams comes over from shortstop to talk to Jensen.
Yeah, Morgan's trying to do a 2 outs right here.
10-3 game here in the bottom of the 7th. Talbot at the plate. That one's way outside from Jensen off the glove of Olsen. And everybody moves up on the pass ball.
Might be good. Somebody one of his teammates just say, hey, listen, just worry about this guy. That guy at third doesn't mean anything. Let's just get an out and go play tomorrow.
1-0. This is blown away for ball 2. 2-0 hitters count now for Talbot. Talbot's 1 for 1 in the game. He's walked twice, and then he had an infield single in the 6th inning. The 2-0 pitch. That one's on the outside edge for a called strike 1.
One like you talked about earlier, looks like it's going to be wide, but catches the front corner of the plate, outside part of the plate.
2-1, breaking ball, misses up for ball 3, and a 3-1 hitters count now for Cam Talbot. Jensen got the first 2 batters he faced. He's now giving up back-to-back singles to the next 2. And he's had to labor. Even the first 2 batters that he struck out, he threw 7 pitches to one and, 7 pitches to both of them. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2 to Talbot for the full count.
I'm looking down here in the Morgan crowd. You got a couple moms doing some rally caps right now.
Whatever you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do.
Here's the payoff pitch. In there for a called strike 3, and Talbot will go down looking for the 3rd out of the inning, 3rd strikeout of the game for Trig Jensen, as Emery upsets 4-seeded Morgan to move on to the Bracket 1 semifinals tomorrow night against number 1-seeded Canyon View. It'll be all Region 12 semis with Juab and Richfield in the Bracket 2, and Canyon View and Emery in Bracket 1. And Morgan will drop into the 1-loss quarterfinal game to square off with number 9 North Sanpete tomorrow at 1:30. We'll take a quick break and come back with our postgame show next on the Centricom Team Hive.live and KSL Sports.